Hello, welcome Solex Nation. We are in the throes of holiday planning, and one thing that I am loving is a picture that was sent to us from Hannah Craig. It's from the Team Taurus team meeting that they had. Now, this is Marla Koelsch, and she got the Cindy Lou Who Meets Solex Festivity Award.
Yeah, she did.
Look at this. I love it so much. We had to show it, Marla. Thanks for allowing us to do so.
Yeah.
And we love the festivities and that you are so Solex focused.
Yeah, we think you know who to blame if you didn't like that publicity there, but we love that. That was so fun.
Yeah, thanks for letting us share that. Now, one of the things that we are doing this month that is almost over is free Blue to all new people.
Blue, brand new Blue, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we launched it in September. If you're a new enrollee or you're bringing on somebody to Solex, Blue will be given to them for free with their enrollment shipment if they buy the bundle.
Yes.
And they set up their subscription, right? That is going out. We've sent a lot out already. People love Blue. We already knew that because we're running through so much Blue every month. But let's keep it going.
Yes,
right?
yes. And speaking of incentives, another incentive for the quarter is almost over at the end of December, and that's our 3 and 6.
Yeah, a lot of you, there's several people that have already earned, right? What has to happen? Well, you have to enroll with the bundle. You have to have set up an auto ship, and that auto ship has to successfully run.
Yes.
And so if you enroll 6, how much do you get?
Get an extra $300. So the first 3 people, you get $100. You enroll 6, you get another $300 for a total of $400.
$400. Now that's going to pay out on February 10th.
Yes,
Assuming
for that
that
commission
the 10th
run.
isn't the weekend or a holiday.
Right.
It's not a holiday, but
the commission run in February is when that will pay out.
It'll pay out because why? Why do we do that? Well, we have to have that auto ship run.
Yes.
And so we wait till the end of January for that auto ship to run. Then we tally everything up and add it to the commission that places on, well, for January in February.
That's right. Now, we also want to make you aware, if you are not already, about our holiday schedule here at the corporate office.
Yeah, so we are going to be closed December 25th and 26th in observance of Christmas.
Yes.
We will also be closed on January 1st in observance of New Year's. We will have limited hours. As I mentioned the last couple of weeks, we'd like to send as many, if not all of our staff home to be with their friends and their families to recharge and rejuvenate that everybody should be doing, hopefully, as things wind down at the end of the year. And so with that, we're holding emergency hours for those that have emergencies, in particular with the scanner, right?
Yes.
You can't access your scanner, something like that, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Mountain Time for the remainder of that week.
The 27th, the 28th, and the 29th.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about emergency for just a minute, because really, if it can wait until January 2nd, it doesn't mean it's not inconvenient that we're not here. If something isn't working or, you have a question about a new product you bought, we understand inconvenience. But emergency is really what we're asking for using up. It's a short amount of time every day, and we really want to make sure that everyone has access to their scanner. So really, that constitutes an emergency.
Yeah, if you keep it that, we still have all the online resources available for placing orders and checking on your account and things like that. And so we encourage you to go there to manage that, change your auto ship date, whatever it might be, your payment method, whatever it might be there. Now, we'll have limited staff for those emergency hours. And so if you'll just keep it to that, we'd love to. You're not needing to call, which we appreciate during these few days, is just a greater support, especially to the customer service agents that we want to send home.
They work so hard.
They do. They work so hard every day. And we're so proud of them, and we so appreciate them and want to send as many home with their families as we can.
That's right. And we have a huge contest that we are going to draw for today.
Oh, a ginormous, biggest product contest
ever
for us, but we're not going to do that until...
No, we're going to make you wait a minute.
End of the call.
Sorry about that.
Hang tight.
So what we're going to do, though, is we are going to draw... We did have a contest
We had
last
another
week.
contest, right?
We like to give away stuff.
We have all kinds... Yeah, we do.
I know.
I love it. It's so fun. We're giving away the bulk sucrose pellets, right?
Yes,
the pellets.
The big, huge bulk refill pellets.
Well, we kind of did that because we had Alice on last week, and she's talking about homeopathics.
Yes.
I mean, these can be imprinted, and we love that process of imprinting, and especially with everything that Alice teaches you. So.
Well, and the question we asked you to, well, they're kind of two. You said one and Lauren said one.
Sorry.
What would you like to, what would you like to imprint in the scanner? And then the other question was, what other capabilities, imprinting capabilities would you like in the scanner?
Oh, yeah.
It kind of went off into a wish list of all the things in the scanner, which great, we'll take it.
We like that.
So you might hear things that maybe aren't quite aligned with that question, but we like to, we love to hear your suggestions.
We'll take the suggestions all day long. Yeah. We like wish lists.
So this is, as always, a lot of entries. Okay, first one, Melissa Harmon. Wonderful call. I loved listening to Alice and I loved the comments. Also, wow, giving your employees the week off of Christmas is amazing.
Oh.
I would love to see herbs added to the scanner. The homeopathy portion is one of my faves, but I think it would be amazing to see some herbs in there too. I utilize both physically, so being able to use them as frequency would be just wonderful. Thanks and happy holidays, Solex. Great
I love
suggestion.
that. Great. One of the things we often talk about when we say, hey, you can't, you can take the frequency from the apple, but it doesn't make up for the apple.
Right.
But what does it do? Right.
Supports.
When you're getting the frequency state ready, it makes it more efficient for the body, energy-wise, to utilize the apple.
Right? So that's a great suggestion.
Yeah. All right, next one, Debbie Carlson. All right. Oh, I had an idea. Let's start. I don't know. When we scan for the homeopathic remedies by symptoms, the list pops up. Then we can scan to see what the highest and best is for the client. It would be cool if there were a way we could transfer that list right into a playlist.
Oh.
Right now, I screenshot that for the client and then use the screenshot to go over and make custom playlists. Thank you, Solex. Great idea.
That's a really good idea. Yeah. It takes a step away from making it easier for you.
Yep.
I think that's wonderful. I hadn't even considered that. I would use that too. All right, last one. This is Renee Hunrada. Hello, I am brand spanking new as of December 7th.
Whoa.
And I'm in love with this technology. I would love to be able to imprint remedies for multiple ailments at once rather than individually. I would also love to see cell salts in the list of things that can be imprinted, as I have discovered that I am extremely deficient in pretty much every cell salt that was listed in this presentation. Thank you so much for bringing all of this information out to the world and making it accessible for people like me who have at home. I'm so grateful. That is wonderful. Welcome to Solex. We're so glad you're here.
Renee. And bulk pellets coming to you.
Yeah, and also as a side note, I'm pretty sure, correct me if I'm wrong though, all of you longtime users know what you're doing. I'm pretty sure though that you can imprint cell salts in quantum homeopathics.
Yep.
So anyway, but loved all those suggestions and welcome to Solex. And now you get this big bulk thing of
way to start your
right.
time here at Solex, which will be forever.
That's right. All right, let's talk about our top enrollers, and this is December 11th through the 17th.
Okay, and no ties. No ties.
Mm-hmm.
We're not closing out the year with a lot of ties.
No, but we are closing out the year with people bringing on a massive amount of people.
Yes. This is incredible. In second place, Helen, is it Beagley?
Helen Beagley.
Helen
Congratulations.
Beagley. Congratulations.
Yes, and in first place, I think what we should do is just stop sending coins to this person and hold them all for a couple of weeks and send them all in bulk.
Ship them.
Because every single week, Simmons Holistic Inc. Congratulations, you're first place.
On fire.
Again this week, you are totally on fire. Another Select Silver coin coming your way.
Great job.
So we are going to do our huge drawing at the end of this call. But don't worry, because in the middle of this call is education, again, from Alice Jerahian. It is part 2 of homeopathy.
Nosodes. What are nosodes? I'm sure we've heard a lot. Nosodes are homeopathic medicines prepared from infectious diseases from sick people or animals. Tissues derived from pathogens, bacteria, pus, secretions, infected blood, or discharge. But just like homeopathic remedies, what remains is the energetic imprint with 0 molecule or particle of the source material in that nosode. So don't be intimidated, don't be frightened. You're not actually swallowing or imprinting an infectious disease. On the contrary, it's the energy imprint of that derived pathogenic tissue. When can nosodes be used? Let's say you've already chosen a remedy that you thought was specific and correctly targeted for your symptom, but then you get poor response. There's resistance for improvement from the remedy that you are taking. Or there's just, your symptoms are getting worse. You're uneasy. Progressive debility. Now, where other remedies fail to act, use of a nosode can open the pathway for the remedy to act. So you've paused the remedy that you thought was correct, and you're taking it, and you're applying this nosode, again, whether physical or frequency dosing. All of a sudden now, the remedy that you had been taking gets a boost. It uproots a past infection. Unbeknownst to you, there's an underlying infection that you didn't know. And taking the right nosode will help you surface that. Relate to miasmic illness, which can mask or alter symptoms. Now, I'm not going to go through miasms here because that's another lecture completely. But we all know what miasms are. They can be illnesses that are not just inherited. They can be exposed, they can be active, they can be dormant, and they can be inherited. Help remove a miasmatic blockage from chronic case if you know when and where to apply nosodes. Uproot a new disorder after some illness that happened long ago. Many years ago, you had an infection or an illness that went dormant. But it's still there in your body because it never healed, especially if you went and took drug medications, and you know what those do. They only suppress. They don't heal at a pathologic level. Well, nosodes can uproot that. Bring to light any family past history of disease, like TB or cancer, as a result of which the person does not improve. So parental or ancestral illnesses and past history makes also a big impact on how you choose your nosodes. So do not neglect those. Past history is important. How to select the required nosode. So I mentioned here, it's important that you understand the totality of the symptoms involved. What do I mean by that? I mean mental, emotional, and physiological. You can't just say, well, what are you feeling? Your symptoms, physical symptoms, those are not enough. Did you undergo something in the past week? Or parents, do they have any emotional turbulence? So all these are important to understand the totality of the symptoms when you deal with nosodes. The principle of like cures like applies here, where nosodes made from the same pathogenic material as a disease offer more possibility of mimicking the disease. And here are some examples. Like, for example, if you have the flu, you know you can reach out to the influenzainum, but that's a remedy, that's not a nosode, but it can also be a nosode because it's from the flu virus. Syphilinum for syphilis, diphtherinum for diphtheria. These are easy because the words are reflective of the disease. How to select the required nosode, and we continue with additional keynote characteristics of the symptoms are just as important. And we're going to go through some cases here, sample cases, so you know exactly what to look for. Now, these 4 nosodes are most popular, and they're most often used than others. We've got carcinosinum, medorinum, sorinum, and syphilinum. What is carcinosinum? Breast cancer tissue, carcinoma. And here are the keynote characteristics. I'm not going to go through all of this. Take snapshots if you need to. But a carcinosinum person, I'm going through a totality here, is in need for a deep-acting remedy known for its use as anti-miasmatic. The person may not be aware that he has dormant or active or exposed miasm that he needs to treat. Carcinosinum is excellent for that. Some characteristics of the person: chilly, warm-blooded, worse from heat, suffers emotionally, suffers from ailments due to excessive control, discipline by strict parents. This may sound trivial to you, but that impacts the person's life. And you'd have to go back many, many years. How was your childhood? What did it feel like growing up? This line is very important. Eradicate family history of disease from genetic level. Now, if you know me, you know I don't believe in genetic illnesses because I know they only play 3%. Genetics plays 3% role in your life. The 97% is epigenetic, folks. It's your lifestyle, challenges, environmental factors, the food you eat, the air you breathe, the soil you get your organic foods from. Epigenetics. Let's not blame every illness we come across that it's in my genes. Oh my God, my mom, my grandma had cancer. I'm going to have it too. No, it doesn't work that way. Recurring acute infections, like recurring UTIs. How many ladies have gone through that? Lord knows it's so hard to put it to an end. And lastly, this can be used at any time to start a case when no other remedy has worked. So if you're a homeopath, or if you're a homeo mom, or guy, or anyone who practices it for the love of their family, if you know you've applied the right remedies, but it's not working, go and give them carcinosinum. Metorrhinum comes derived from the gonorrhea bacterium. Keynote characteristics for the female, chronic bronchitis. But, it doesn't matter with or without asthmatic attacks. And, of course, chronic UTIs. Metorrhinum person in male has discharge or eruptions from the male genitals. Soft tissue muscular rheumatism, fibrositis. Our beautiful lady who was up here telling her experience. And I forget your name, dear. Fibrositis. Widespread musculoskeletal pain. Suppressed menses with hormone pills. Heavy menses, excessive bleeding. Infertility, PCOS, fibroids, rheumatism of the small joints, skin eruptions, inability to remember things, terrible concentration because it's affecting the whole body, the totality. Powerful nosode for sexual abuse in life. How often do you think of metorrhinum when someone has had horrible sexual abuse through their lifetime? But may have led to anger, anxiety, and lack of self-confidence. This is where you have to dig deep inside the person's emotional and physiological characteristics, psychological characteristics, to find out what they've been through. And metorrhinum is known to cover all miasms. All miasms. We've got sorinum, fluid extraction from scabies and pus. Here are the keynote characteristics. A person who's got very poor resistance to acute diseases, meaning their immune system is pretty weak. Shows continued decrease of vitality. Their vital force is not able to function. So it's disallowing the body to heal itself. Poor circulation. That's very bad. Hypersensitive to cold weather. Of course, if you have poor circulation, the next one is going to follow along the line. Asthmatic attacks, chronic congestion of the nasal mucosa, ear discharge, unhealthy skin disorders. You've got greasy face, tendency to get acute acne and other skin eruptions. Skin is harsh, dry, giving impressions of being dirty. Itching gets worse at night from warmth and after scratching. Syphilinum from the syphilitic virus. Here are the keynote characteristics, and the top one is very important. Violent, strong, destructive, but at the same time very sensitive to trauma. Everything that happens to him is the end of the world. They don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. It's the end of the world. They have physical ulcers, physical traumas, congenital malformations. They've got excruciating arthritis and/or severe rheumatism. Now, these symptoms don't have to present themselves all at the same time. It can be 2 or more before you can say, okay, I'm going for the syphilinum remedy or the energy frequency for syphilinum. Psychologically, symptoms of madness, hallucinations, obsessive thoughts, fixed ideas of craze, and fear of insanity. So they know they're having these excessive thoughts, and they worry that they're going to go insane. It drives them even more violent, more angry. Now, excessive contempt, along with anger, excessive contempt towards others, which is mostly a personality trait and not psychological. Blind jealousy, this is all disruptive. Their neurotransmitters in the brain are not talking to each other properly. Extreme distrust in others, obviously. And feels never get better than sudden anger and rage, and again, irritable. Known to support long-term CV vaccination injury. Why may that be? Because there may be an underlying and dormant syphilitic virus that's dormant in your body. And this will uproot it. How to administer nosodes. So the physical nosode dosing is slightly different than remedies or cell salts. They cannot be taken prophylactically. What does prophylactic mean? You can't take it just because. You can't take it just to maintain. You can take it once per week for 2 weeks. You pause for 15 to 21 days. You allow the body to do its healing and listen to the signals and give your body the attention when it presents itself with symptoms. So when I say repeat if symptoms persist, again, once per week for 2 weeks and pause. If after 1 month the symptoms persist, but you feel either the frequency or the intensity is less, then take it once per month until you know your symptoms have subsided. Frequency dosing, options are beautiful here with the AO scanner. Imprint onto a blank pellet. Use nosode frequency in a playlist. Cup of water to imprint and take a sip. 1 teaspoon daily, just like you would any other remedy or cell salts if you dissolve them, which I do not recommend. It's got to go sublingually, and take a sip. And a sip equals 1 teaspoon. We've got sample cases of nosode use. So we have here a case of Metarhinum. We have a woman of 35, opera singer, a princess-looking type with bushy vital hair, but she's stricken with acute arthritis, particularly in her fingers, ankles, and toes. She's unable to rehearse, unable to perform, and she has a fever of 102 degrees. There's a history of leukorrhea, recently stopped with drug treatment. Joints and arthritic pains are worse by the day and comfortable at nights. And she gets relief from when the weather is wet and damp. The explanation. The underlying symptoms are all part of what you're going to look for when you say, yes, this person needs Metarhinum. Arthritis of the small joints, suppressed discharge because she took drug medication. Drug medication does not heal. It doesn't go down to the pathology level like homeopathy does. It suppresses it, so it remains dormant until it gets the opportunity to be uprooted again. Aggravation, worse from sunrise to sunset. That's a key factor when you are applying Metarhinum. Amelioration, meaning better at night and wet weather. This nosode brought back the leukorrhea and relieved the joints. So what happened when this person took Metarhinum? She got back that discharge, what was dormant in her body, and within 3 days of use of Metarhinum, it went away. Case of Serinum, we have a child, age 4, chronic discharge running from ears, known as otorrhea in the medical world, for the last 2 years. There's fetid odor like a chicken house. Child never looks clean, though loves to bath. Father had asthma in his youth, and child is very restless and sensitive to thunderstorms. Here's the explanation. There's chronic otorrhea. There's fetid discharge like decayed meat. Skin is unhealthy even though the child bathes. The ear discharge is very smelly. Family member had asthma and respiratory history and feels restless before or during the thunderstorm. This nosode cleared the ears permanently within a week. I'd like to leave you with these thoughts. When an organism develops symptoms of a disease, it does so to heal itself by uprooting the disturbances. Always remember, we always have some sort of dormant issues that we need to uproot. When homeopathic medicine is given to target these symptoms and help them subside by way of surfacing root cause of the pathology, the body's defense mechanism is further strengthened. Listen to your body's signals, people. Don't discard it. That's how homeopathy becomes more effective.
Okay, I am so excited.
We have been waiting for this moment.
Yes, this is a big deal.
This is a big deal.
I can't even win, and I'm so excited.
I know, I am
right?
too.
Okay, we have 2 bins here.
Yes.
We have this one for the U.S. that looks like it has thousands
of entries.
And this one for international, it looks like it has at least hundreds, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So what we're going to do...
Let's start with one for the U.S.
Let's do one for the U.S. Okay. A lot of people... I'm
going to mix it. What do you want? I mean, seriously, if you guys could see these.
Should we start with the detox?
Okay.
The foot detox.
And waistband.
And the
waistband. And I'm gonna. Okay, ready? I don't want to look. One name.
I'm nervous.
I'm too. Hold on, I have a few. One name. And I can't say it. Brianna Savage.
Brianna, you just won the foot detox. Congratulations.
That's amazing.
That's great. I hope you're cheering in the background.
Yes.
We hear it.
All right.
Okay,
international.
Foot detox.
Let's do international.
International is going to get
wand.
the wand, the L Infinity wand. All right, I'm mixing these up, letting them drop, letting the suspense build, and I have one. I have it right here. Marcelo Gilberto from Brazil.
Wow.
Marcelo, congratulations. Well done. He's getting the L Infinity wand shipped to him in Brazil.
That's amazing.
I love it. Congratulations, Marcelo.
All right, last one. This is
the mat. All right, this is the newest of the new.
Yes. Okay, big mix up.
Big mix. Get the right one.
Ready?
The person who did all the frequencies and did all the things.
Dr. Erna
Wong. Yes, congratulations. The mat's coming to you. You guys, that was so fun. If you didn't win, we hope you got some great product. But we love this contest. I think a lot of people had a great time with it. And congratulations to the winners. We are wrapping up our last ending for the year.
We do have a weekly update next year.
Yeah, next year.
I mean, next week.
Next year too.
But our next contest ending will be next year on January 3rd. So everyone, have a wonderful rest of the year, and we will see you soon.
Bye.
The Team Tourist.
Yeah, just let her go.